Have you ever been in a relationship with someone that was coming from a broken relationship prior to you? Ladies and gentlemen, this video is for both men and women. Have you ever experienced someone that you have met that came into a relationship with you, either you knowing from the beginning or finding out later that that individual had some issues, some problems, some baggage that they never ever got over? They were damaged. This happens a lot with women. It happens to men as well, with men as well. Let me begin by saying this to you, ladies and gentlemen. We're all broken. We are. We just simply are. We live in a vast world with manifold issues of life. And we have all been hurt on some level by someone else. And some of us just never get over it, get past it. And we carry that into our future relationships, which is unfair to our new partner. I've been there. I've experienced this. Um, Note that I said that we all are broken and have been broken at some point in our lives. But I'm talking about the situation, hypothetically, if you are the person that's sane, that's sort of okay, that's reasonable, rational, uh, logical, and that you exude love, compassion, empathy for any future partner. But someone you meet comes into your life, and that person has been hurt by someone prior to you. Let's look at it from just this point of view. A woman coming into a man's life. And I've seen this play out more than I have the other way around. You meet someone and, hey, how you doing? It could be the library, grocery store, gas station, bus stop, movie theater, courthouse, basketball game. It doesn't matter. Park. Wherever you meet this young lady at, you're both putting up your best image of yourselves. Hi, I'm Reginald. Hi, my name is Marie. Okay, it's a nice day today. Do you live around here? And things build from there, and you begin to continue to talk and maybe even share some experiences for a brief moment. And then you trade numbers. And you call one another sporadically. And then you find that you have some interest, some things in common, things that you like. And then uh, you, just by coincidence, bump into each other again somewhere. So you escalate things a little bit further and you say, Would you like to go to lunch? Yes. You go sit in lunch and you eat. You've shared numbers already. Say, are you coming back here again anytime soon? Hey, let's meet up at such and such a place. Oh, okay. And the relationship is in its early stage. Then you decide, after some weeks have even passed by, to meet up at one or the other's home. Oh, this is a nice place that you have, Reginald. She comes to my home. Would you like something to drink, Maria? Uh, yeah, here you go. All right. She's there 20 minutes, then she leaves. Okay. Hey, what are you doing this coming Saturday? Oh, I didn't have anything planned. Would you like to come back over and watch another movie or eat dinner with me? I'm having this particular entree, something, and I'm a good cook, which I actually am. All right, we'll do that. So she comes over, and as time goes on, she goes home, and you're into a month and a half of knowing each other, and you've been communicating. Next thing you know, you are, after about 3 months, sort of a couple. Now, you become intimate with this person at some point. Kiss on the cheek at first, and then the lips and the hug and so forth. I'll see you later. After about 6, 7 months, it's baby. How you doing, dear? Can I come over? You go to her house, so forth. You see where she lives and so forth. And you are in the beginning stages of a relationship. Now we're nearing 8 months, 9 months, about a year now in this relationship. Now Maria does what you do. You don't talk a lot about your past. And I advise any of you going into a relationship, a new relationship, to try to open up Pandora's box with your new partner. This is everything about me. Don't ever do that. It's not a good thing. It's never a good thing to tell people your whole life story, especially if they're relatively new strangers in your life. Still relatively a stranger. So, over a period of time, you're with one another. Things go pretty good. The next thing you know, you're into 2 years. Well into your relationship with this person after 2 years. You decide to move in together. So, in this instance, let's just flip it around. Uh, let's say you decide to move into her home. It can go either way. But I decide to move in with Marie or Maria. Okay? Seems okay at first. But it's different, ladies and gentlemen, when you're dating someone apart, when you have your own place and they have theirs. So you move into her home with her. As I was going to say, that can be a very dangerous proposition or situation. Sometimes you need to get to take the time and know someone better a lot longer time before you actually move in. Maybe in some situations you can go over her house and stay a couple days, a few days, and see how she is as an individual within her own home. And she needs to do the same thing with you. Come over your house and spend some time with you, 2, 3 days, maybe even a week, if time permits. What I'm getting at is this: We all have our likes and our dislikes. We all have the way in which we operate within our own home. Two minds under the same roof is not necessarily the same as it is when you're apart from one another. You might gel together in certain respects. You can have sex together and go back home, but it's different when you're in my domain. And it's different when I'm in your domain, because as long as you've been alone in your home, there are certain things that you don't like if another person were to come in as a permanent resident. I hope it doesn't seem as though I'm getting off of the subject, but let me just fast forward here as to my real point in this video. And it's disconcerting for the most part when a woman comes into a man's life and she brings her past with her. Note that I said with her. In other words, she begins to compare you to a previous relationship that she had with another man. And you become that other man as a lashing out post, if you will. She goes off on you from time to time when you say words that trigger some bad experience that she had with that man in her past. I'm sorry if you notice a little glitch here and there in the video. I had to stop a couple times, but I'm going to finish this video regardless. I just want to do it. You have women who have been in a relationship before you guys, and they're damaged by the men in those previous relationships, and they bring their baggage into the relationship with you, and you become that old relationship. You become that man because you say something that pushes a button that triggers her to jump on you. And you need to really beware of these women or these issues with women. So that is why it is very important, before you jump off into a relationship, a full-fledged relationship with a woman, to iron these things out in the beginning. Now, if it means sitting down and having a heart-to-heart talk with her, which I advise you to do, and say, is there anything that would jeopardize any future that we would have with one another from a previous or prior relationship that you had with somebody else? And is it going to spill over into this? Are you past that? Have you overcome that, if that's the case? And if she's genuine and she discloses it to you, it's best to put it all on the table right now than to find out later on and be hurt by it or even angered by it. It just simply is. So if I'm having a conversation with my lady, my woman, maybe potential wife, I don't want you going off on me for no reason, for petty things. If you ask me a question and I answer you, make sure that you expect me to be honest with you with my answer. And if I'm honest with you and you're not used to honesty or someone being brutally honest, you better pull up your big girl panties, take a deep breath, and take it. And grow into a woman. Be mature. Stop being a child. You're not a juvenile. So if you ask me a question, Reginald, what do you think about this? First of all, you should not expect 3 variations of an answer. There's going to be one answer, and that's going to be me answering you directly. Me, I'm speaking about me. And if you don't like what I'm saying, that's your problem. If what I said pushes a button and makes you upset, Again, that's your problem. I remember uh, comedy uh, video years ago, and there was a comedian on stage, and he did a bit, and he said a woman that he was dating told him that he messed up her self-esteem, and he used some profanity. He said, "Well, B, how can I mess up your self-esteem? It's called self-esteem." And so I'm going to use that as a catalyst for this statement by saying this. Ladies, if someone did something wrong to you, if a man did you wrong, if he cheated on you, if he beat you, if he talked down to you, whatever he did to you, and you're no longer in that relationship and you enter into a new relationship, that's not the new man's problem. He didn't do it to you. All men are not the same. You have to treat those situations individually. Your past relationship with that man or those men are in the past. I'm in the present. So don't compare me to them at all. Not even similarities. So if there's similarities, we best just separate right now and not go any further. So even though it works on both sides, men can have baggage and will have baggage as well going into the relationship, but men know how to cover this stuff better. Women wear their feelings on their sleeves. You wear your feelings on your sleeves. You need to take a deep breath, a woos out when you're going into another relationship. Don't bring your drama into a new man's life. He doesn't deserve it. He's got his own issues. He don't need yours too. Mature, develop into a fully grown woman before you go into a new relationship with a real high value man. I'm high value. I don't have millions and millions of dollars. I don't, but I'm high value. I have standards. I have principles. And if you're not ready for this, you're not going to be ready for any other high value man. You're going to be ready for the same type of man who damaged you. That's it. And that's all. Get your life together. Better your life. Be a better version of you. And the only way to do that is to let go of the past and say it's the past and it's over. It's water under the bridge. And start building now for your future. This is Brother Teacher. I think I hit the nail on the head. I think I sealed the coffin. I hopefully did. All right. If you have any comments, if you can relate to this, if it sort of sparks some interest in you about any potential relationship, you want to get to know one another the same way. You want the man to share, ladies, or open up to you as well. But in most instances, as I said before, men have a better way of handling and dealing with their past. And for the most part, they don't carry it into their new relationship. So why should you? That was it. That was all I had to say. Like, comment, and subscribe, please. So long.